Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of our conversation at NUA Talks with Karishma Chawla, where we're going to talk about the role that our thought processes and stress can play with our immune systems. So, Karishma, can you talk a little bit about that? Like, our thoughts are very powerful. Do they have any relationship with our immune system?
Absolutely. I'm going to simplify this with my favorite quote. You are what you absorb by Jeff Bland. So basically, you are the foods you eat, the fluids you drink, the thoughts you think, and the feelings you feel. Because all of this collectively and cumulatively actually can change your blood chemistry. So, to simplify this, what I could give you an example is, when we see a lot of survivors, right? Who've gone through a lot of probably something like cancer or any other disease that could actually be fatal. We've seen the survivors are the ones who have been a lot with positive thinking process and a lot with hope. Your blood chemistry changes either to enhance your immune system or suppress your immune system. So similarly, when you are stressed, the same thing that really happens. So it's basically your thoughts can actually, lead to an enhanced immune system or a suppressed immune system. So the minute you start thinking more positively about things, those are the game changers for us in our lives.
Sure. So stress right now plays such a big role in everyone's life, right? Everyone is stressed about something, whether it's their health, their families, their parents, if they have older people in their homes, they're worried about their jobs, they're worried about the world. And it's not like coronavirus is the only bad thing happening right now. There's bad and sad news every day. And subconsciously, it does lead to stress. Very often it's very easy to tell someone, oh, don't be stressed, but that's so easy to say. How would you actually manage your stress levels better, and how does that actually affect our immune systems?
I honestly love this question, right? Because it's actually so linked with everything. Is linked with everything that I specialize in terms of weight gain, hormones, as well as your gut health, and all together connects your immune system. So you know what? Firstly, let me just ease everybody down by saying that stress is actually not a bad thing. Okay, because stress is actually beneficial. It actually helps you to grow. It inspires you. Like, I'm going to give you a very simple example today. If you have 2 or 3 important chores to do, say post 4 o'clock, and we are on at 2 to 30 right now, it actually that 1 hour that you may need to prepare, you can actually work at your best because
Mm-hmm.
that's pressure of delivering in another 1 hour. Okay, so that stress is a very positive stress. It helps you to perform better. When does the stress become negative is when we're whining all day long about something that we need to do. So that basically leads to a suppression of your immune system. So for
Mm-hmm.
example, you rightly said that it's not just about, this corona thing is just an added stress in our lives. Like you technically even pick up the phone, right, and you ask your friends on WhatsApp, what would they normally say? Oh, I'm so stressed, I have these things to do. And that can rub on to you. My point is, why not say, you know what, I have these 3 things to do and I'm going to be finishing that. That's my day by to be like. And that positive thought process about is changing your relationship with stress, and that's going to get rubbed onto the other person, and that's contagious, right? So I think the biggest thing that we could do to deal with stress is to change the definition of stress in our minds. That helps us to change the relationship with the stress, and then it'll help us to manage the stress.
Nice.
Right? Does that make sense?
I've really enjoyed talking to you, because in this conversation I've learned that I need to befriend my bacteria and my stress. So I've made two new best friends today. So thanks. That's
The
such a
problem is,
positive way of looking at things.
yeah, but it's also been a positive way of looking at it. I'm only actually stating facts. So what exactly happens when you stress too much, right? Firstly, when you stress a lot, your blood sugar levels are going very high because the body thinks that a bear is going to run behind us. So it thinks that it's a physical threat. But actually, we are sitting exactly where we are and we are worrying about our whatever is not going right in our lives. So that can actually lead to high body fat percentage, hormonal imbalance, the whole idea of cortisol release with unwanted belly fat. All of this thing comes from basically the blood sugar levels that are rising, which are not needed. Secondly, also your stress can alter the gut microbiome, the bacteria that we spoke about. And remember the first episode we spoke about all the benefits that the good bacteria gives us.
Right.
It's weight management, it's brain health, moods, everything. So literally, we are actually compromising on overall well-being with just having a negative relationship with stress.
Right.
So I'm going to give you quickly three ways how you can manage this. Firstly, is always try to find the cause of what the stress is. So I see a lot of times the cause of a lot of people's stresses are their poor sleep. Because if you're sleeping just for 4 or 5 hours and then you're expecting yourself to be like a Superman or a Wonder Woman, it's not really going to work, right? Because your brain, your mind is not really functioning at rightly the way it should. So look at the cause of what is it and try to change that. Secondly, is having a perception shift. So rather than focusing on your stress story, change it, right, to your success story. So, for example, something that is not happening for you is emitting negative thoughts like, you know what, I'm not going to get a job right now. What am I going to do? And the list can go on. That basically creates an emotion of despair, which is again which is basically suppressing your immune system. Whereas I can say, you know what, okay, I have some time. Yeah, it is like a sad news that, you know, my job is at stake. But let me skill myself up and maybe actually I'm better at another job. Let me try that. Now that emits hope, right? And that can help us to deal with stress better and enhance our immune system. Third very important thing is how do you manage. Now, I may tell you to do these two things, right? But the doing is important in order to do either of these. So there where your relaxation techniques about your meditation, yoga, journaling, exercising, just dancing, literally just shaking and dancing can actually remove all the negative emotions from your body. Play games, spend time with children in the house, talk to your friends like never before. You never know when an idea might strike.
That's
You
so
know,
true.
sometimes I've also noticed, that people who come to me, like when they're having a counseling session, and I tell them, 20 minutes record how you're cribbing, okay, and rehear it. You'll say, damn, this is not what I want to sound like. Let me just do something about it. All these are self-reflection techniques, because we as counselors or coaches, we don't give you any solution. We are basically just helping to prick that nerve of you come up with a solution for yourself. So remember, stress exists. You also have enough resources in your system that can help you to manage it. You just got to sit down and listen to your mind, body, soul. So all the techniques that we've discussed, even the earlier lifestyle measures, or now, they help you to connect with yourself, and actually you'll be able to build a better yourself at these times, because the transformation process is beginning.
Thank you for that. I'm sure our followers are really going to gain from this conversation, and it's such a positive way to look at things. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And if I may ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you if you have one thing to tell our followers or the Nua woman community watching today. We have women from all over the country, different age groups, girls who are still in school and potentially have just got their first period, to moms watching, to from everywhere. What would you tell one, what is the one thing you would tell them as a takeaway from our conversation?
Yeah, you got liberty to say too.
Of course.
Okay. So there's one thing that I actually tell all women, all the girls who are just entering, this whole puberty and just about to get their periods, or they get their periods. When we get our periods, in the month, we are always like cribbing, right? We're tired. Like, I've got my periods, I can't do this, and then my simple point is the fact that we have our periods is probably the best gift, because we've received the gift of creating another life.
Mhm.
That's the reason we have our periods. So we should, and we must honor that what we've got as women. Okay. And also, just to make this, more exciting for women, usually we women are very strong with our gut, with our hunches, right? With our sixth sense, our instincts. So let me tell you, all of y'all, that when you have your periods, okay, it's the best time for spiritual growth for every girl or every woman. And actually, that's the time when your intuition is your highest. So please take advantage of that. Rather than feeling bad that, yeah, okay, you're physically not feeling well, probably God is just saying, maybe 3 days in a month, just take care of yourself. It's just as simple as that. And let your mind work. I mean, it's as simple as
I
that.
love that.
Second, I'm glad that you do. Second important thing would be, we spoke about those. You just said that, I've learned that, we should be befriending our bacterias, right? So, when I ask every woman that, what is the best gift that you would want to give your child? So people tell me education, they say faith, virtues, stuff like that. I think all of that is great. But I think the best gift a woman can give her child is health. Because the gut microbiome, that we said that it comes from your DNA, it comes from your mother's during delivery, it comes during your breastfed, right? So all of this is your mother's dictating it. So we can have the power in ourselves to take care of ourselves in order to have better generations to come.
How
So
lovely.
I guess if every girl and every woman thinks that, girls, we are Wonder Women. There's a reason why we are like that. We
Yeah.
just need a perception shift,
Yeah.
and there we go.